G'day folks, welcome back to the channel. After doing a little MRE trip with the army gear and so forth, I really enjoyed being up on a ridge line, so I found myself another one here. I'm about an hour south of the Queensland border down into New South Wales in the granite country, and found myself a nice plateau up here on another ridge line, and it just gives you a completely different view of the world when you're camping. It's nice to be down in the river, I must admit, and the sounds of the river and all that sort of stuff, but in a place like this it's nice to also have just that wide open view around you, the mountains around you, the sounds of the wind in the trees, and of course the birds, etc. So yeah, it just makes you a different camp, which I really enjoyed. So we'll do a bit more of that this weekend. As you can see around me, the grass is very dry, so we won't bother have a fire, but we'll use the old firebox. That'll contain it for me. And look, next best thing, to be honest, I can sit here and potter with that all night when I make a cup of tea and have some dinner. We're going to cook up some Spag Bol from scratch, which will be hopefully very good. And enjoy a couple of ales and watch the clouds go over. Nice clear sky tonight, keeps it nice and warm. But hey, it's a nice change, and it's really nice being up in this ridge, I must admit. Cheers, guys. Ooh, that's better. Just went for a wander down the creek down in front of me here, just to see if there's any water holes down that way, but unfortunately it's too shallow, so what we'll do tomorrow morning is head down over that way. This actual ridge line runs this way, and the valley down between there, the creek running down, so we'll go right down further, see if we can find some deeper holes there tomorrow morning, do a bit of fishing. This particular river has golden perch, or yellow belly, silver perch, and Murray cod, which gives you an idea how much further south we are from the Queensland border. Murray cod are a fish that prefers very cold water. Obviously you like the Murray River, and so you can only put them in certain impoundments and rivers and so forth where they'll actually survive in the colder water. So anyway, that'll be nice. Lovely evening up here on the ridgeline. Just going to have this cleansing ale and some cheese and salami, and then in about half an hour we'll fire up the firebox and see how we can get on with this spaghetti bolognese. Really nice. Bit of spice to it. Can't go too far wrong with pasta on a cold night. Very nice. Well, the firebox is doing its business, keeping me nice and warm. It's just enough heat. It's not a really cold night. There's a lot of cloud cover and so forth. But I'm looking pretty much due west here, so I can see, well, I could see before, I should say, when the sun was going down, it was just a little bit of clear sky on the horizon. So hopefully in the morning we'll get a clear morning and a sunny day. And plan will be to get up early, as I said, and head over the ridge there and head down to the river and see if we can pull out a yellow belly of some sort. Don't want a Murray cod, too big. You've got to have a minimum of 500 mils, so it's just too much fish for one person. But hey, a nice golden perch or silver perch would be absolutely lovely to take home or to have for breakfast. So at this point in time, I think we'll finish the cleansing ale. Have a cup of tea and a bicky. My beautiful daughter made me some biscuits during the week, so I stole one of those this morning. I took it with me. I'll have that with a nice cup of tea and head off to bed, get an early night and get an early rise. Hopefully the birds will wake me up in the morning. There was a couple of crows hanging around here this afternoon and some beautiful king rosellas, just gorgeous, big, beautiful, bright things they are. So yeah, as I said, there's lovely trees around me here, so hopefully they'll all wake me up nice and early in the morning. We'll head down and do a bit of fishing. I'll see you folks in the morning. Morning, guys. Well, as I said last night, I thought those crows would be back, and sure enough, he's sitting up in the tree there. Woke me up this morning. Perfect. Probably the world's best alarm clock is to be woken up by birds, I'd have to say. Woken up to an absolutely beautiful morning. A bit of a mist on the mountains in front of me here. Low level cloud. It's supposed to rain today, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like rain. It doesn't feel cool enough, damp enough. It's a cool morning, don't get me wrong, but just actually quite lovely and pleasant weather. Sitting here having my first coffee for the day. And then we'll grab the fishing rod out, head down over that ridge line and see what we can find. I'll have to get some more water while I'm down there as well. I'm a bit short on water now. And as I said, see if we can catch a fish for breakfast / lunch and see how the day pans out. Sleeping system worked well last night. The sleeping mat is perfect, but the sleeping bag was a bit hot, I must admit. I had to end up venting it out a few times overnight. Nice problem to have, I must admit. It wasn't freezing cold. One thing I will say about this particular tarp style, it's a very warm style of tarp. It's a bit fiddly to set up the first time. Obviously the second and third times it gets quicker and easier. But it's certainly very warm inside. I noticed that even last night. There's a cool breeze when it does come up. It's quite chilly. And I noticed that last night, sort of licking in around the opening here. But inside the actual tarp itself, or tent, it's actually really good. It's quite warm, surprisingly warm. Plenty of room in there. There's you'd fit 2 people in it, no problem at all. But with me and myself spread out all my gear and put the backpack in there last night in case it did rain. And was able to spread all my gear out, as I said, and had a very, very enjoyable night in the actual tarp. It was really good. I have to say, it's I was sitting there drinking my cup of tea last night and checking a few videos from the day and having a biscuit, and I'm thinking, this is a pretty good lifestyle, you know. I don't know why people think this type of camping is roughing it. It's really not. There was nothing I did last night that I wouldn't be doing at home. Only the real difference is kitchen bench, and a fridge. But other than that, it's exactly how we'll cook it at home. And yeah, same evening process, cup of tea and a bicky, all that type of stuff. So it's a very pleasurable way to camp this time of the year. Lovely and cool, just the way I like it. Oh, we got ducks. Well, I need to be on the other side of the bank. Goes out about 30-40 feet. Shallow on weeds and then goes deep. Well, there's a little flat spot just here. It's a bit greasy, but we'll see if we can get ourselves some water. Got a little water filtration kit here, but the water's pretty clean, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Fill it up. A little spot just here where the lilies come right into the bank. Hoping that means deep water. Let's just sneak down and see what we can find here. Yeah, not too bad. That will do us just fine. Yes, lovely. Flick out over towards the other bank there, pull it back in. Should be quite nice. No joy. Don't really expect to get too much, I suppose. It is middle of winter, so anyhow, we shall have a bit of a look around further, see if we can find some other holes, and see if we can catch something there. Just following the animal trails back up the ridgeline here, you can see they come down through here, up over this log or down through here. You can see some loose rocks where they've landed with their big back legs, or they've gone down through over here, and you'll see grass just every now and then sort of push forward. And that's where over time they've come down. You can see some of the grass laying down over here. So they've come down all out there to get water. So the easiest part for me, of course, is to follow that. So you can see where he's come through here. In through under there. There's actual droppings there where he stopped and he's had a look down the hill. See if there's anything around that he needs to worry about. They just tuck in underneath these branches here. They just come on down through there. As I said, there's some droppings there where he stopped. Kangaroos in Australia don't have natural predators, and you can see once again all the push grass all the way down. They don't have predators in Australia, natural predators. There are foxes in the area. I saw some fox skate yesterday down on the creek, which is a real pity, but yeah, that's how they're getting down to the water. Well guys, I think we'll call it quit. no joy with the fishing, unfortunately. There was a few snags further down the stream itself, but if it was summertime, I probably would have just stripped off, walked in along those lily pads, and then flicked into those trees and logs and so forth, and there would have been fish eating underneath there for sure in the summertime. But in the winter, I'm thinking they're probably in deeper holes. It wasn't quite deep enough there. It was only maybe 6-8 feet deep, a couple of meters, 2 meters, 3 meters. So yeah, not really deep enough for the fish. In the wintertime, they go right down low and almost hibernate for the winter and so forth, but that's all right, all good. Never know your luck. For those that are interested, I use a weedless jig and a blackened chartreuse and a, what do you call those things? A TN60 in peacock. No joy with either of them, but the idea of those two was they're weedless, they'll bounce along the bottom and you won't get snagged up. So anyway, all good. Thanks for joining me on this hike, guys. It was a very, very good camp, this one. Very, very enjoyable. I'll definitely do this type of tarp again. It's, as I said, very warm in the winter time. Probably wouldn't use in the summer. It'd be too hot up here in Queensland and the subtropics and so forth, but certainly in the winter, a very cozy little setup. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in a fortnight's time. Bye for now.